Yesterday, while you were busy holding yourself together with quiet strength, something happened you couldn't see. Someone out there, someone you don't even realize, still thinks about you, whispered your name to a psychic. And the second your name left their lips, the whole room shifted. A light flickered. A strange chill moved through the walls. And the psychic closed their eyes and gasped, because what they saw about you wasn't ordinary. It wasn't small. It was divine. It was dangerous to darkness itself. You don't even know how much power you're carrying inside. You don't see how many people look at your future, some with jealousy, some with quiet awe. But heaven sees. And heaven is fighting for you, because yesterday something was unlocked that you were meant to hear. And you need to hear it now before your next move breaks every limit that was ever chained to your money. The psychic saw golden coins falling from your hands in slow motion. But then those coins were pulled back. Not lost. Not stolen. Just paused by something that knows exactly how powerful you'd become if you truly believed in yourself. If you could only see what heaven sees when they look at you, you would never shrink yourself again. The psychic's hands started trembling. They asked out loud, "Who is this person?" And the spirit world answered so clearly it shook the whole room, "That's the chosen one. That's the one whose wealth has been blocked, not because they're unworthy, but because their time hadn't come yet. But the time is now. The doors are about to swing open. The chains on your money are falling. You're next, and hell knows it." The angels were listening too. They've been waiting for your name to be called. And now that your name has been spoken out loud here on earth, something supernatural has stirred. The prophecy over your life is now awake. Do you understand what that means? It means you've stepped into a holy moment where God is rearranging your financial story, your spiritual contracts, and your protection. The enemy feels it too, because when you finally see who you really are, the grip darkness had on your money, your peace, and your very name will break like glass. The psychic saw something else too, a white envelope sealed with light. Inside was your name, and beside it a number so large that the psychic couldn't speak for a whole minute. Tears rolled down their face. And as they cried, the voice of an angel filled the room. "This wealth isn't man-made. It's heaven-made. Your wealth isn't supposed to come from endless struggle. It's meant to come from divine instruction. And that means you don't have to chase it anymore. You don't have to break your back to get what was always meant for you. But you do have to listen." The reason the money was paused wasn't punishment, it was because you weren't ready to hold it without letting it rule your heart. But you're changing now. You're detaching. You're being drawn into something deeper, and heaven has chosen now to send the first wave. And this first wave isn't only about money. It's also about confirmation, closure, and clarity. Someone thought they were just asking about you, but they triggered something in the spirit world. They unlocked a revelation. You're stepping into divine recovery. and something strange happened too. The psychic saw a being of light walking right behind you. In one hand, this being held a broken key, and in the other, a sword made of blue fire. That wasn't a symbol. That was Archangel Michael. He has been with you since you were born. You haven't felt him lately because disappointment wrapped itself around your spirit. And Michael isn't here just to comfort you. He is here to cut away what needs to go, the things that slowed your money, the fear that has been passed through generations, the heavy feeling of always having to be strong. Michael has been waiting for this very moment, the moment when your name would be called in the spirit realm. And now that it has, he is shouting your name across realms. He is fighting for your restoration. And it goes deeper than you think. The psychic also saw that someone once tried to curse your money. Maybe with words, jealousy, or something darker. It doesn't matter. The curse didn't destroy what is yours. It only hid it under confusion. That's why, no matter how hard you worked, it always felt like you hit a wall. It wasn't your imagination. But the angels smiled when this was revealed, because God doesn't always remove your enemies right away. Sometimes He makes them watch as you rise. And you're about to rise so brightly that even your enemies will have nothing to say. The curse is lifting. Your name is being rewritten in heaven's book of wealth bearers. And if your chest feels tight, if you feel something stirring deep in your heart, that's not random. That's your soul remembering who you are. You were never meant to live in struggle forever. You weren't created to always give while others only take. God didn't write a sad money story for you. The world twisted it, but God is rewriting it starting now. And all He asks is that you don't ignore this moment. Don't dismiss it. Don't let your heart go numb again. Because this is the moment. The gate is open, but you must step through. If your spirit feels drawn to this message, stay here. Let this be the place where you remember who you really are. When the psychic finished their vision, they whispered something that made even the angels tremble. They were born with a money crown, but it was hidden under survival. Your soul has always held royal codes. But the weight of life forced you into survival mode. And in survival mode, it's hard to step into your full inheritance. But that wasn't punishment, it was timing. Heaven knew you had to walk through fires first, so that when the gold finally arrived, it wouldn't destroy you. And now that fire has refined you. You've cried enough tears. You've whispered enough prayers, and now the vault is opening. At first like a sunrise, but soon everything will be revealed. The help, the money, the love that was delayed, it's all coming back. The angels showed something else too. Most people wouldn't believe this unless they heard it from someone who saw it. They saw a ledger in heaven with your name written on it. Every time you gave from your heart, even when you barely had enough, heaven kept the record. Every time you stayed kind while you were exhausted, every time you gave without telling anyone, it was noted. And now, what is coming to you isn't random. You're about to receive what you quietly built over years. The interest on that heavenly account is divine. The harvest is overdue, but now it's here. The delay wasn't denial. It was timing. And when your name was spoken, God declared, it's time. Release restoration. Release wealth. Release justice. Because justice is coming too. What was taken in darkness is being returned in the light. You don't know how many people tried to drain you, copy you, or silence you. You thought you were just overthinking it. But your spirit knew. The psychic confirmed it. Your energy was pulled in too many directions. That's why the money never seemed to stay. But now, angels have been reassigned. They're blocking the leaks. They're closing those invisible doors that let your blessings slip away. And something strange is happening now. People who walked away are remembering you with regret. People who couldn't see your value are now dreaming about you. And some are being moved spiritually to repay you, not just with words, but through action, through honor, even with money. Heaven hasn't forgotten you. And neither will they. When the psychic saw your next 6 months, they saw a scroll rolling down from the clouds. It had your name, your birthday, and a glowing mark they couldn't fully describe. And they said, this person isn't just supposed to be rich. They're meant to be remembered. Heaven confirmed it. You were never meant to live in the background of other people's stories. You were meant to be living proof that God can restore, lift, and surprise. People will look at you and say, if they could go through all that and still rise, then there must be a God. And your wealth isn't coming from only one source. Angels showed multiple streams, some expected, some completely surprising, but all flowing back to you. You're about to become financially untouchable and spiritually undeniable. Maybe right now you feel something heavy lifting off you. Maybe tears are coming. Maybe your heart feels like it's waking up. That's not random. When heaven reminds you of who you are, your spirit starts rejoicing. You don't have to keep protecting yourself from disappointment. You've been through enough. Now you're about to witness what a miracle really looks like, and before ending the session, the psychic asked the spirit world one last question: what do they need to hear right now? The answer came quickly: tell them to stop looking for pain and start preparing for glory. You've been stuck in survival for so long that you almost forgot what peace even feels like. But that's changing. You're going to feel abundance in new ways, peace in your body, laughter in your home, clarity in your choices, and yes, money that comes and stays, grows, and protects. This isn't just a nice promise. This is a divine truth. God Himself spoke your name. And when He speaks, the whole universe moves. Heaven isn't asking if you're ready. Heaven is already moving. You've been living through so many almosts. Almost got the breakthrough. Almost felt secure. Do you know why? Because the enemy feared what would happen if your blessings ever became complete and steady. The moment your blessings are no longer delayed, you become unstoppable. And now, that moment has been approved. The psychic saw a golden door, huge and heavy, with your initials carved deep into it. It wasn't rusty. It wasn't forgotten. It was locked, waiting. And yesterday, the key finally arrived. The moment your name was spoken, that door shook. And behind it waited inheritance, financial freedom, favor, the chance to breathe without guilt. That door wasn't just built for you, it was built by you. Every prayer, every sacrifice, every time you gave when no one saw it, all formed the door. And now it opens. When it opens, people from your past might come back. Some with love, some with hidden motives. But your discernment is sharper now. You don't chase anymore, you attract. You don't panic, you trust. You don't fight to prove your worth, you already know it. Because you passed the real test, not the test of being perfect, but the test of endurance. Heaven honors endurance. While others were chasing shortcuts, you were building character. And now your money will carry a vibration that draws miracles to you. The angels showed something else too. Your voice, your actual words carry power. You've been silenced by fear, by doubt, by people who made you question yourself. But that's over. Your voice is waking up. And now, when you speak, things will move. Conversations will open doors. Emails, meetings, and simple words will unlock blessings. All you have to do is speak with confidence. Stop shrinking. You were born to be elevated. The psychic saw you standing before a mountain of gold, not even touching it yet. Then a light from heaven touched your lips. And with just one word from you, that mountain moved toward you. That's not just pretty words. That's prophecy. You're one brave decision away from seeing it happen. Have you noticed feeling tired around people who drain you? That's not ordinary tiredness. That's your spirit rejecting what doesn't fit anymore. Your angels are clearing your circle now. The new blessings coming to you can't live in old toxicity. The psychic saw light forming around your feet, a protective circle. From now on, your giving will come from overflow, not from guilt or fear. The angels are lifting old shame and silent poverty mindsets passed down through generations. You won't live beneath your divine place anymore. Your season of scraping by is over. Overflow is here. Even your dreams are changing. Old visions you forgot are coming back. You're waking up with words and ideas you can't explain. That's not random. That's your soul remembering why it came here. The psychic saw a heavenly book opening, a map written before you were born, filled with miracles and turning points. Today, you've reached one of them. That's why everything feels intense. You're not falling apart. You're being realigned. On the other side of this, there's more than money. There's rest, love that stays, peace, and every quiet prayer you ever whispered. You've stepped into a divine window few people get to see. Heaven has moved. Your money isn't coming. It's returning. And your story will show the world that when God restores, He does it better than anyone could imagine. You are stepping fully into the power I placed within you. Divine messages, consider contributing through a super thanks. Whether it's 10, 20, 50, $1 or more, your generosity helps us share these angelic messages with the world. Together, we can build a community of faith, hope, and love.